My name is Mark Silver, and today I'm going to be presenting on one of the most important topics in mitigation for criminal defense lawyers, but something that is not usually thought about, and that is white collar criminal mitigation, particular consideration for sentencing in the post Booker age. I'm a criminal mitigation lawyer. I'm a criminal mitigation expert living in New York City. I have done about 2,000 cases primarily for immigration defense lawyers. Many of the immigration defense lawyers also defend our clients for those who have committed crimes, felonies, CIMTs, misrepresentation, fraud, and so on when entering the United States. Although I've also done many mitigation cases for criminal defense lawyers proper for both state and federal court, including CJA cases on a wide range of subjects. The reference today is called Handbook of Mitigation in Criminal and Immigration Forensics. It's my book on criminal mitigation. It's the 7th edition, which came out just a few months ago. The subtitle of the book is Humanizing the Client Towards a Better Legal Outcome. And there's no more important application for humanizing the client than for white-collar criminals, really because of what we're going to be talking about today, and that is how so many of these clients are demonized. That so many of these clients present with issues that are seen as unforgivable or that are so terrible in the eyes of the prosecutor that mitigation is not deserving. For anybody that wants to see a redacted sample, please do not hesitate to email me at marksilver1@cs.com. Please put your full name, address, law office, and all your other pertinent information so I know you're a real lawyer. Unfortunately, I get a lot of spam, and I just want to make sure that I'm sending this back to a real lawyer, and just as importantly, that I'm opening up a real email on my desktop. Put in the email the words white collar sample. I actually have 2 or 3 different kinds of white collar sample mitigation reports. They're all for federal courts that I have done. I want to clarify at the outset that when I say white collar issues, I'm really talking very broadly. That is, criminal defendants who have been in administrative positions, clearly those who have committed fraud and theft, particularly within the financial industry and securities fraud and so on. Those who have been involved in misreporting of information in various guises, but also those who work in areas that would be considered professional misconduct, so that they may not only have a white-collar criminal legal issue, but they may also have a professional misconduct issue that needs to be addressed in an administrative proceeding. As a result, the CLE is really targeted obviously towards white-collar criminals, but really defense lawyers in general who tend to focus on clients who come from a middle-class background. As I said, white-collar crime, at least as I understand it, should be understood broadly to include middle-class defendants who are in these kinds of administrative positions. One of the reasons that I'm focusing on this so heavily today is that so many of our clients and so much of mitigation in the last 20 years has focused on clients who've come from really very deprived socioeconomic backgrounds, particularly African Americans and so on, who have experienced a wide range of complex traumas in their early development, including physical, emotional abuses, growing up in areas where there's significant crime and drugs and so on. But it's crucial to understand that mitigation is for everybody, including white-collar criminal defendants and those in administrative positions, professional positions, and so on. To be clear, mitigation has been used in a wide range of areas. Obviously, we're going to be talking about white-collar issues today, but it's really been applied, and I have this in many other CLEs, as applied to inadequate PSIs, because every single PSI that I've ever seen from a probation officer is just wrong. It omits psychosocial information from the person's background, family information, community information, but much more importantly, mental health information. And so many of the middle class and white-collar criminal defendants that I see are presumed to be healthy, not just physically healthy, but psychiatrically stable, when in fact, there's so many issues that are missed on their behalf just because they show up to court in proper attire and they seem stable in their behavior and presentation and so on. Other specialty areas of mitigation include sex, crime, and porn, for which I also have separate CLEs, complex trauma, which is crucially important, borderline personality disorder, Adam Walsh Act, criminal immigration, as I previously noted, domestic violence, and others. So I want to look at the program outlined today. I want to look at a quick overview of mitigation, another quick overview of mitigation in the post-Booker age. Then I want to spend the bulk of the time looking at special issues specifically for these kinds of criminal defendants and how mitigation can assist them, and particularly looking at special case examples that I have from my own practice, and finally looking at character types.